All right, welcome back. We are currently cruising at the flight level 350, and our top descent is in 25 nautical miles. So we're gonna start preparing for the descent right now. So our initial altitude to descend to is 4,000, which is the first, which is the altitude after Indan, and we're gonna arm VS mode so that once we get to our top of descent, the aircraft will descend automatically. Okay. All right. So while you guys were gone, I've been doing the descent preparation, which is calculating the landing performance. We currently have an estimated landing weight of 135,548 pounds. I say estimated because we can't really see it as of now, because in the actual aircraft the weights are displayed in the FMC, but here it is inaccessible from the performance page. So we're left with sort of an estimate, but that estimate is usually accurate as well. So, and it's close to the actual landing weight. So we should be fine for that. Okay, so landing weight is 135,548 pounds. Wind direction is 0. Well, at least that's expected, but we can expect a slight crosswind or whatever, and that should be fine. Runway heading is 061. Runway length 11,188 feet, and our airport altitude is 75 feet. That makes our VREF, which is our reference landing speed, 146 knots at flaps 30. Okay, so let me start briefing our arrival. Manila, Philippines, standard terminal arrival route, Jefferson chart 10-2 hotel, published 28th of March 2020, effective 26th of March, RPLL, Nino Aquino International. We have the ATIS frequency, but we're going to bypass that since we don't have, we're not simulating tower today. Airport elevation 75 feet, and that is set to the landing altitude as well. Altimeter settings in hectopascals. Transition level is flight level 130, and that is set on our descent VNAV descent page. The Bohol 1 arrival for runway 06. We do have the lost comms procedure over here. Okay, so first waypoint for this approach is Bohol, and once we're at Bohol, we're going to start descending to 5,000 feet. At Balay, we're going to start descending to 5,000. Bohol 6,000 and Balay 5,000. And then once we're at Indan, we're going to start descending to 4,000 feet. So our routing is as I said. For Bohol, we're going to track in on Mike India Alpha radial 205 and descend to 6,000. At Balay, descend 5,000. At Indan, descend 4,000. Okay, so that's all right. That's in checked, and now we can start. Oh, there you go. We're starting to descend. Okay, note 10.7 on the fuel for top descent. Okay, hold on guys. I'm just making some fuel logs. Alright, so we can now continue our briefing. Okay, so Manila, Philippines, this will be the ILS runway 06. Let me set up the frequencies first. We do have a localizer 109.1. Course of 061. Okay, so for some reason that didn't work. Okay, so ILS runway 06, Jefferson chart, published 24th of February 2017, 11-1, effective 2nd of March, RPLL, Nino Aquino International. Frequency box, bypass that because we, again, we're not simulating ATC. Our localizer frequency for today is 109.1, and that's set on nav 1. Final approach course is 061. Oh, sorry, the localizer identifier is India Mike Lima. Final approach course is 061, minimum altitude at 7.8 India Mike Lima is 2,500 feet, and that's our final approach point. ILS DME decision altitude is 280 feet or 264 feet barrel. So we're going to set the 270 just to be safe. That is set. Airport elevation 75 feet. Our MSA for today for our sector is 5,000 feet and 4,000 feet respectively. So in the southeast sector it's 5,000, and the west sector is 4,200. Let's go down to some notes. Our altimeter setting should be in hectopascals. Runway elevation, transition level, and transition altitude is the same as the star. DME and VORs are required. Okay, so our first waypoint for this approach, since we're not going to be going over Mike India Alpha anymore, is Tara, which is our initial approach fix. So at Tara, we should be at 2,500. If you were instructed to hold, you would be holding radial radial 241. Our outbound course 241, and our inbound course is 061. Minimum holding at 2,500 feet. So Tara, which is a 11.0 DME, India Mike Lima. We're gonna maintain 2,500 feet until 7.8 DME, at which we're gonna start executing the final approach into Manila. The flap setting that we're gonna be used today is flaps 30, auto brakes 1, left seat landing, and we expect no wind today. Our runway surface condition is dry, and our VREF for our approach is 146 knots. So I'm going to be setting that once we start the final, our descent to final. Okay, so if the approach is unstable, we're not cleared to land, or for any safety reasons, we can execute missed approach, which is the track 061 at 1,000, right turn to intercept Mike India Alpha VOR radial 145. At 4,000, turn right for holding at Mike India Alpha VOR as instructed by ATC. We're going to be using the ILS today with the full approach lighting system, so our minimum RVR today is 0.8 kilometers, but that shouldn't be a problem since we have visibility of more than 10 kilometers. So again, ILS decision height is 280 feet, but we have we're going to set the decision height, which is above ground level, since we're using the radio altimeter for minimums today, 270 feet. Okay, circle to land, not authorized north of the field between runways 13 and 24, and MDA for the circle to land is 670 feet with a maximum airspeed of 180 knots with a RVR minimum of 3.7 kilometers. And if you're doing 205 knots, that's 770 feet and minimum RVR of 4.6 kilometers. Our runway for today is equipped with a PAPI and approach lighting systems. All right. And so once we land, we do expect to plan to exit via Romeo 2 and then taxi to our stand at Terminal 3 via November 5. And that's that. So no questions, and we can start preparing the aircraft for the approach. Auto brakes 1. Taxi lights on, and okay. Okay, descent checklist. Pressurization, landing altitude set 75 feet. Recall is bypassed. Auto brakes set to 1. Landing data, VRF 146, minimums 270 radio set. Approach briefing is completed. And descent checklist is complete. Once we pass flight level 130, we're gonna start. We're gonna set to QNH and then start configuring the aircraft. All right. So we are currently 41 minutes into the flight, and